Hello, bonjour, buenos dias, namaste, hajime mashite, ni hao, assalamu alaikum. Everybody out there in the internet, welcome to Chat with Tekken for November 2024. 2024. I almost messed that up. I was like, what's the number? How many years is it in the AD? Um, so yeah, Chat with Tekken. I'm not gonna go over the overview. Um, I'm switching the format a bit here. I'm not going to do RL stuff. I just don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about any RL stuff this time. I've gone back and forth on like, should I do like an entire IRL stuff, like video about the election and everything? I'm just like, dude, let it go. Or just like even like include it at all. And I was like, because just, yeah, whatever. Not touching it. I'm not, not doing any RL stuff. Just whatever. Um, yeah. Anyway, uh views I'm working on, changing stuff on the channel, sure, whatever. Um let's get into it. Oh, I guess before I start talking on the whole blah 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 style I do. So my audio, I hope it's working. For whatever reason I'm having audio issues lately. I want to try another headset, but it's like, dude, I've got so many headsets and it's like, I don't know. I think I'm not sure if it's because it's not a USB. Like maybe it's because it's like the 3.5 millimeter jack. Um, I kind of want to try a USB headset and then see if the audio is better. I but then I don't want to buy another headset because I've got so many. But then I'm like, well, maybe I should use one of my spares and see if they work better. But it's just, dude, whatever. Um, and I'm like, oh, and my complete lack of like, thinking about it, I didn't think to pick one up for Black Friday. So it's too late now. I mean, Cyber Monday, and it's kind of like a Black Friday like sales weeks. It seems like is like what it's turned like. It's like the whole like day has turned into like weeks of deals up to like uh, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. So it's like it's I could probably just like try to find one for cheap like now that we're in the deals season. Um, so that's part one. Part two. I don't know if you can tell, but I cut my floof of hair off. Um, it's I don't think I mean maybe it's noticeable, maybe it's not, but it's like, dude, I cut my floof off, and it's just like I have just as much hair. Oh, dude, I should show it on video actually because it is quite large. Um, I'll do that at the end because there's no IRL section today. So yeah, um, videos I am working on. So I really need to like update this whole format because I just yeah. Okay, like not I don't have my thing open in front of me. So give me a second. Um or my YouTube open. I don't have my YouTube open in front of me. Give me a second here. So I can do that the videos I've been like doing. Okay, cuz I was like what I've been making? All right. So I'm trying to finish out those PSN uh store PS3 videos and the Vita store eventually, but I started those like way back in the summer when the 360 Marketplace was getting delisted. Um, so I want to finish those up. So I'm trying to bang those out. Also, I guess I should say this at the beginning is that it is like the busy season for where I work. So I'm just like working way more hours and I have like one less day off every week. So yeah, trying to just like smush it all in to like, or no, I did that phrasing. Trying to like, or just trying to like do anything on my 2 days off is just like, not not going well because it's just like I'm used to having 3 days off, and having 2 days off is like completely like changes that dynamic of just like, okay, well, one of these days I need to like do all my laundry and like other stuff, and then the other day is like a day I want to just like rest and do nothing. So so it's like usually if I've got three, it's like one of those days is like I'm gonna spend all day playing something, but it's like, dude, I just want to lay down and sleep, and then I need to like do laundry and crap because I can't just. That's actually something I'm like working on is like because like it's cold. It's getting to the cold winter time, and so like what I'm trying to do, but I'm not actually trying to do this just yet. But like it just dawned on me like what I should do is if I just buy like enough changes of clothes, or not enough. I have enough clothes, but like I need to wear like thermals because like where I work, it's not really like a climate controlled environment in a warehouse in a facility, a fulfillment center, like the not the most climate controlled environment, so it gets cold overnight. And so I'm like, dude, I need to just buy like three sets of like thermal underwear to like wear under my clothes, and then I can just like, you wear it like or however many, and then that way I don't have to like do laundry at all for like an entire month. Um, but then I'm like, dude, I should just like go even farther to where it's like not just like 1 month, but like now January and February. But then that's a lot, so I think I would just probably just do three, to where it's like just I have to do like the laundry like once a month or something, and then because I don't want to go outside, it's just the whole thing. But yeah, that's super random. That's not even not even video game related at all tangentially. Guess technically it could be considered IRL, but yeah. Also, sorry if I seem tired. I just woke up literally, so I just rolled out of bed, and I was like, ugh. I looked at my I was looking at my phone and my Facebook memories, and it was like a bunch of chatting with Teggins, and I was like, oh man, I had to do chatting with Tegan today because I'd forgotten. So I'm just doing this so I can get it done and have it be uploaded, not forget, and not miss a month. Um, which I don't think I've missed a month of chatting with Tegan like since I've been doing them. Are these second sets when it's like says chatting with Tegan again, like the again ones? I don't think I've missed a month. Um, but yeah, so the PSN store stuff's on there, and then there's some PSN stuff with the PS5 because it's Black Friday, so I was like looking at the deals on the store and stuff and scrolling through it. Or just like since stuff's been changed, it feels like recently. But that it's always in the flux where it's just like there's stuff that's kind of borked because it's like the listings are kind of messed up. You got PSP games and like not the PSP section, or PS1 games that show up in the PSP section, or like some PS1 games that don't show up in the PS1 section alone in the dark, or just like it's kind of a mess. Um, and just like it's upsetting when you can't play the PS3 games without streaming them through I think the premium tier, which is the highest one. Dude, I don't even know what the tiers are because it's like they should just did gold, silver, bronze, because it's like I know essential is the bottom tier, and I think premium is like the top tier, but it's like I couldn't tell you what the F in like like I can name two out of three because I just don't care, and I'm like, dude, I'm never getting higher than essential because that's always like you should not get higher than essential. Well, point one, you should not buy or you should not get essential at the default price that they raised it to at $80 because that's effing garbage and like a ripoff. Um, and then like the higher tiers, it's like, dude, it's not even worth it. Like the third one's like so expensive, and it's like, what? You're paying how much every year? And it's like, what do you even get out of that besides? Okay, I mean, like, hey, that's your choice, but it's like I completely disagree. Um, I am doing it like I always do it. I'm kind of going off topic here. I'm sorry, but yeah, videos on the channel and videos I'm working on. So or changes. Well, there's no changes to stuff on the channel. I don't even know what I went over now. Hold up. I'm just like, what did I say? Let me go back real quick. Videos I'm working on. Okay, there are no changes to the channel upcoming. Um, I've got a lot of stuff I want to do, but like it's a new year soon, so it's like I've got projects I want to get done on the channel, and I talked about this last time. I think. Uh, did I talk about this last time? I made a channel update actually finally, because it's like I was gonna step away from the channel because I was like, dude, my mental health is gonna be in the like trash for like the next 4 years, and like I can't like just mentally, I can't cope with what's about to happen. But then I was like, wait a minute. Actually, I think it was like the next day, right? Because I was like, dude, I'm just gonna like not be on social media. I'm not gonna like be on doing any of my stuff I've been doing, et cetera, et cetera. I was like, dude, I'm just gonna, I don't know, just go offline, be very solitary, and just like not update anything. But then I was like scrolling Twitter like the next day or something, and I was like, I, I mean, I'm not addicted, but I'm like, dude, I'm not. I'm probably not gonna stop. I could stop, and like maybe I will, but then or take a break, or maybe I will take some breaks here and there. But it's like this is, yeah, I'm just like still enjoying scrolling the thing, seeing stupid stuff posted by other people on the internet, and it's like, I guess I can't just completely unplug myself. Uh, but yeah, I do want to keep doing like these projects, and it's like I've got a whole roadmap, man. Like, look at my channel trailer. It's like it's it's so effed up, dude. Cause it's like my like reactionary like reaction like initially was just like I'm done. I'm just gonna like take a break and not do anything. But then I was like, wait a minute, how do I get through this? And I was like, the 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 pursuit of happiness uh, strategy of just do what I enjoy doing, and then like hopefully it can like be some sort of like mental armor from all the uh, in incoming, upcoming, forthcoming, just like psychological trauma that will be inflicted upon all of us. Um, or just to like get through all this like theologic fascism that's incoming. Um, but yeah, and I was like, dude, I was like, how do like what's a thing? And like I'd already been working on my death list, right? I'm sorry to like go completely off the rails here, but like, sorry, it's China Taken. This is what I do. So I'd been working. Okay, I hadn't been working on the death list. I had like conceived of it on the podcast. I talked to Buff about it. I had not actually like started making that list yet. And so like there was also like a reverse death list of like just my favorite games, but like I was listing them in batches of five because it's like I wanted to do like some sort of like top five thing and just like they're not numbered. They're just like five games I really like, and here they are in like five game batches, right? And I'm just like, if I can like add enough of these to this list at like, and there's 12 months in a year. So if I can get to 12, 24, 36, 48. So if I can get to 48 and then like add two more to make it 50 and like an even, uh, you know, 10 sets of five or whatever, that's the top 50. And then like I'm also turning 40 in January. I think initially I wanted to like, well, not initially. I was like thinking of this recently, but this was before the election, and I was like, okay, if I had like some sort of like top 40 thing, and like when I hit 40, and then just play through my 40, favorite games, or just do a video series where I talk about them, which I still might do. But then like for this, I was like, well, 48 is like 4 years worth of games if you play them every month, right? So if I could play like each or revisit all my favorites, like all my 50 favorites, and then like, play through those every month or like one a month, right? And then I'll like make it like not as bad. But then like also the death list, which is basically, if you don't know what the death list is, it's basically a bucket list backlog situation of like games in my backlog that I've had in my backlog. I've just not played them or I've not played through them. And it's like, dude, I need to just play these games because I'd like to play them before I die. Or just like stuff I've really like wanted to play and just haven't got around to it. And I was like, dude, some of these I need to play. I've had them forever. Like during quarantine, I finally played Skyrim, and then like I finished it and stuff. So I was like, okay, like this is also like tying into like my current way of like how I play games. Is like I try to play them one at a time and just like play them, finish them, get to the credits, and then move to the next one. And then like I'd never want to like this is like what I used to do is just like play so many games at the same time and just like I would just bounce off of them and like never get through them because I've got like all the before Persona 5 I've got like all the Persona games up to 5 and I'd never gotten through them and then I finished Metaphor and I was like dude that was Metaphor dude my favorite. I think that's my game of the year this year is just I go back between that and Eiyuden, but then I'm like, Eiyuden is more of a like throwback to Suikoden and Spirit like successor, so it's like it's more weighted with nostalgia. So it's kind of like that's what gives it its boost, even though it is like completely separate entity. But then like that's what they were going for. But then I also, as much as I enjoyed Rebirth, I did not enjoy it as much as the OG version and the omissions and the let's just say like the omissions that they made and they added some new stuff. I feel like it's more of a reinterpretation than a remake on the second game anyway. The first one's pretty accurate until you get to the last bit. It goes off the rails pretty hard, which is fine because I was like, okay, well they can do their own thing and like we'll see where this goes. But then part two, it's a bit too many liberties taken. I still enjoy it, but it's like I'm good with the OG version, like preferring that one. But yeah, um, it's just also like not turn-based style and like Metaphor, dude, played it and it's like, dude, yeah, turn-based, man. Uh, that was effing random. I'm sorry. What was I talking about? Metaphor, but like I have so many like those old like Shin Megami Tensei or Persona games, and I really had like not really played like much of them before bouncing off. And then this year I picked up Shin Megami Tensei 5, but I haven't even started it. So it's like there's so many games where it's like it's either a game in my backlog or a game I've had forever, and like I at the time I was like, ooh, I really want to play this, but then I just never got around to it. Like Binary Domain is one. Been thinking about the game a lot lately. Um, Alpha Protocol. There's like certain games that are just like they either came out and they like were I mean, they weren't like nines or tens, but just like there's stuff like where it's like, oh, this game's like something cool, or like that would be my jam. I just didn't get around to playing it, and then like Dishonored 2. I really like the first game. Second game, I just never touched. So there's like I'm trying to make a I'm trying to make like a complimentary list, I guess, right? It's not because it's like it's not supposed like they're not connected. It's just like that is the category of like games that I have or games that I picked up over the last, whenever, however long course of my gaming, enjoying the hobby, right? And then it's just like I never got around to playing them, and they just sat in the backlog. But then the death list is basically, okay, well, like let me look at what's in my backlog, and like what do I want to play of all these games before I die, and like that's eventually I would like to get like I guess 40 of those. I'm sorry, 50, and then just like bounce between like a favorite game, a deathless game, and then like I'm kind of like not doing the monthly game thing anymore as far as uh, upcoming games. I'm just gonna go back to the waiting until the end of the year and then getting stuff half off and then saving money that way because it's just cheaper. So because I'm trying to save up money now because well, there's more than one reason that's like I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah, it's like hopefully it works out. I think that's pretty much it for like changes to the channel because that is okay. Well, there's like one more thing because starting in January, because GTA 6 is supposed to come out next year, it might get delayed. Who knows? But the next year on the channel, um, or like the initial plan for next year was to play through all the GTA games, Grand Theft Auto, right? So it's like I will still do that. I just had not said anything about it on the channel. I don't think yet. Um, but then I'll like also do like I will do that on top of like the game list. I'm sorry. I'll do that on top of the or I'll do that as well as the favorite games and then deathless games. And then I did already do or I already played through 2B Scenario Near Automata, which is one of my favorite games. So it's like I kind of already I don't want to say I cheated, but I did kind of like already play one. So I might just like since I already played that like one third of it, right? Because there's other characters, so I might just like play through like 9S or I can never remember if it's A2 or 2A. I think it's A2. So I might do the other two, and then like that'll be that game, you know. So as opposed to just like one third of the playable or the main playable characters, because there's other characters besides those three. Um, to have like the full story playthrough, and then that's 1 out of 50. So, but then I don't even have 50 on my list right now. So, gosh, I could check it on my phone, but it's not numbered, and I'd have to count them. But I don't even think I have 40, honestly. So getting to 40 was kind of hard, and then getting to 50, I mean, it shouldn't be that bad. I think also the problem I realized when I was like looking at the list was like it was very like a modern list, right? It was like I think nothing before PS3. It was like PS4 heavy or PS4 and like forward heavy, and then like I don't think there's many PS3 games at all on it, and then PS2 and back. It's not very retro or nostalgic heavy because that would be super easy to fill it out if I just started doing classics, just like boom. I think also at the time because I was like looking at it and I had like two different versions because one had I think Final Fantasy 7, 9, and 10 in like one spot, and then another had them like separated out separately. So I think like when I was making it initially, I just wanted to have like each like top five top five listing only have like one game per genre or series, and not like have it too weighted on like across different or across similar genres and series. So I kind of like go back and like keep listing it out that way because otherwise it's like it turns into like something crazy of like a ton of JRPGs and like not not a lot of variety or just like it's got just like it's like or like or it doesn't like keep the like one per like genre thing where it's like evenly weighted, I guess, and then just ends up with like a ton of JRPGs, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna be playing a ton of JRPGs. Oh man, awesome! But then it's like it kind of like loses the identity of like having any other unique genres outside of that. So I want to like finish that, or I want to finish like making the list and then like have it be evenly weighted. Uh, but yeah, but yeah, as far as like deathless stuff, it's like that's just me having to like go back and like look through what I have and like what I haven't played because sometimes I have like a Facebook memory of like a game of like I shared the trailer of and I'm like, man, I was really hyped for this, but I never played it or I never went back and or maybe I like initially played it for like a bit, but I never finished it because Valkyrie Chronicles 4, I think I had like the announced trailer or something I shared and I was like, dude, did I ever play that one? And I was like, no, thinking to myself because the first one I really liked. I really liked the first game on PS3, and then I picked up the remaster on PS4 and all the other ones that came out that they put out in the West, but then I never played them, and I was like, okay, well, obviously Valkyrie Chronicles 4 is on the death list, or just like whichever ones I need to go back. I would honestly like to go back and play all of them. I think certain ones didn't get localized or like released in the West. So, and then like some of them are like stuck on the Vita or PSP. So I'm not even sure like how that would work as far as getting video for it, playing it on the channel. But it's whatever, dude. So, but that's that. Sorry, I just realized something as far as like change the channel and views I'm working on. Like that's like the stuff I'm talking about is like more next year. So it's like I would probably repeat myself next time with Tekken because it'll be December. But I just wanted to like everybody have an idea of like where the channel's headed in the future. So I will probably repeat that and stuff, but whatever, because it'll be the same thing I'm talking about now. So sorry in advance when I talk about it again. But yeah, that's basically changing stuff on the channel, I guess. As far as videos I'm working on, let me pull this up as far as like what's on the channel right now, because that's usually where I am, or that's usually how I know what direction I'm headed in, is like what's on the channel right now, which is why I was talking about the PSN stuff. Super Woden GP2. I really like that game, so I want to burn through that or yeah, get through that. Okay, I guess that's the thing, right? Is like because like I said earlier, I don't have a lot of time because this time of the year is like super busy at work. So Super Woden 2, I wouldn't get through that. Um, Voice of Cards, one of my streams messed up, or didn't mess up, but like the connection crapped out. So I have a save, I think, right before that happens, so I can like go back to that save. But I was playing it off stream, just 'cause I wanted to finish it and be like, okay, cool. I didn't like waste my time getting this far in the game and then like not finishing it. But now I'm like I think I'm like at the very end, and I have not finished it off stream, so I might just go back to my save that I had. But when I was streaming it, and then like go back and play through to the end and like finish it on like the initial save, and then that way I can, you know, I mean, I don't know. Like, if I finish it off stream, then I can like know it's ahead of me in the game. But like, and it's like there's no point to like not do that just to have like a genuine reaction to the game on stream because I don't really usually react to the games as I'm playing them on stream. First Descendant, I'm still playing that like every now and then. I guess I'll say it's like the seasonal stuff when it comes out. I'll play like I'll jump in and do like all the daily challenges until I get the hit the season rank on the battle pass limit, which isn't that hard. Or at least for me, I just jump in and do like the daily challenges, and it gets there eventually. It takes a while, but it's like the seasons are like 3 months, so you have enough time to do it. So, but it's just as far as like the story, I've not played any of the stuff this season for the sniper lady. Next season we get that guy with the dog, so it's or just I don't know. It's like it just I'm not enjoying the like release cadence with that game because it seems very reminiscent of Destiny, and I'm just like, ugh. So I kind of want to just like wait a year, and then like when they've got more content, go back to it, and then I think that's what I might do instead of just like jumping in every month to be like, oh, or every air quote season. Yes, every season, which is like 3 months or something, and then seeing what little bit of story content that they add. It's just like I should just give it a year and then like blow through it because it's like then you'll have 12. Well, actually no, you won't have 12 seasons because each season is more than a month, which is why it's so annoying. So I think I'll just like every year do story stuff with that game because it takes so long for it to like actually be a decent chunk. Because when it's just the seasonal stuff, it's like a few missions and that's it. And then you get like a character mission, which I'm not sure if you can even access it if it's not that season's character mission. So, which hopefully you can, because this season's was Freyna's, but I haven't played it, so but I'm like, dude, it's whatever. I'm kind of over it with that. I'm not over with that game, but it's just like I like the content release schedule with it. It's just like not that great. It's a live service game, and like Monster Hunter's coming out in February, so I'm like, dude, I know eventually I'm gonna kick that game to the curb anyway. So it's like, and it's okay, and it's I can easily see or imagine a game coming along that does what that game does better. And it's like, that's not that hard. It's not that high of a bar. It's just a Diablo clone with pretty ladies. And that's pretty much it. Or not Diablo clone, but like, looter shooter, third person with pretty ladies. And it's like, not the highest bar. So, you know, maybe I should just go play actual Diablo 4, but eh. That's all the can of worms as far as like Activision and then the whole Cosby Suite situation and like why I'm not buying games from them. So yeah. Played through Dragon Quest. That's on the channel. I already talked about Nier Automata, Tekken 8. There's the new story update. I do want to get through that. I just haven't. So eventually. Oh wow. Okay, so I'm looking at the last channel with Tekken. I guess I should just do that. Just scroll to the last channel with Tekken and then see like what's been up there since the last video, which I usually do. I think. So there's the N7-day thing, Tekken, Nier Automata, and everything else I just talked about. So yeah, that's stuff I've got on the channel. Videos I'm working on is the current stuff. Like I said, Super Woden, GP2, PSN videos, and First Descendant. Not really. Voice of Cards. I would like to wrap that up. Um, but yeah, like they're adding stuff to the classic sections on the store semi frequently, so there might be like a random game, like a random game play or playthrough of whatever classic stuff they had. Because I did pick up Time Splitters on sale, so I'd like to play through those for sure. And then who knows what they'll add? Like they added Sly Cooper. I mean, oh, okay. I guess before I wrap this up, because I'm getting to the end here. So I did initially when they added all the classic stuff. I was like, oh cool, let me buy all this stuff. But then I was kind of like F PlayStation at the time because I was like, my Plus is running out. I was like, I'm not gonna renew it at this price. Some other crap. And then like when the Pro came out, there's like that PS5 Pro section, but it was all like $70, like $60 games. There was no discount on them. And like when Black Friday came, I was like, okay, well some of these are discounted, but it's like, dude, they didn't have like a pro sale when like that came out to have like here's some pro enhanced games on discount, and it's like I just spent $700 and you're gonna like have a section of the like store of like just full price games of like and like most of them I could really care less about if it's like a effing Madden situation of like, oh, it's a yearly entry of a game I don't play. Go F yourself on that one. Or like a bunch like that and like some free to play stuff, and it's like not that big on free to play, so it's a whole thing. So I was like, dude, it's like yeah, it's just been frustrating like this year with like PlayStation because it's like you can just clearly see they don't care anymore and like they're not trying and it's just like really fresh. Oh, that's the other thing, the PlayStation Stars thing, dude. This I did that did resolve itself, which I have in that video, but like I had so many PlayStation Stars points and I was gonna save them up and like use them on Black Friday deals. Luckily, I was able to like redeem them because I was pissed about that. But then the Black Friday deals weren't that great, and it's like this year I've been picking up like all the games I really wanted. So it's like the stuff that was like new that came out this year and like its discount prices were like not that great. Like Alan Wake Deluxe Edition's 40, which I'm going back and forth on. I will probably $40, dude. It's like kind of high for a game that's what like a year old. So it's like I mean it is a deluxe edition though, so it's like it's maybe the base version is cheaper, but I'm just like I'm also getting to that point like at this point at the end of the year when I'm like, I know Monster Hunter is coming next year, and my whole thing for next year is like Monster Hunter and GTA 6, and that's it. And I'm like, basically now at this point this year, where I can just like talk myself out of buying everything. So I'm like, do I need this? Do I want to? Am I gonna be able to play it before February, or just like, do I want to spend the money? And I'm like, because that's why I'm just like trying to also, like I said, save up money next year. And I'm just like, do I really want to spend the money for this? So it's like it's getting to that point because like before I would have been like like I would have splurged in celebration of like, oh man, I got my PS5 Pro, I got all these games I want to play on my wish list. Let me go ahead and like get all these. But they have that up because I couldn't take any of my stars points and get PSN credit. And then it's like because I was able to sit on that for so long and be so unhappy about it. And now I've got like the credit, but I'm like, that's okay. Fantasian comes out. Oh, I guess that's a game I'll be playing. Fantasian in December, whenever it comes out. Uh, but yeah, dude, a bunch of the PS5 upgraded games I will pick up for sure. Like the $10 ones, right? That I already own. Cause I'm like, I'm not effing spending, 70 effing dollars on effing some of the stuff. So it's like, yeah, that stuff might get I guess I should have said that too, actually, on the this isn't tied into my favorite games, but because I did pick up the PS5 Pro, like I do want to revisit some of these games with the Pro upgrades. So I might do like a new game plus or a second playthrough. Probably a new game plus actually if the game has new game plus just to be like, all right, I'm playing this again on PS5 Pro. Is it like, let's see how much better it looks cuz, that's always cuz I'd rather do new game plus than like just play it again from like scratch. So, uh I mean, it might be a bit egregious because like Horizon, I've played already on the channel, I think twice. So a third time, just to see PS5 Pro upgrades, which I don't think you can see if I'm streaming unless I put it at 60 frames. But even if I do, it's like the resolution's not. It's like I think it's 1080p max on my PS5 anyway when I'm streaming it, because I don't have the bandwidth for 4K streaming. So yeah, I don't know. It's like yeah, because like now I'm thinking like, is it even like noticeable? It would just be like for my benefit, but like from the viewers end, it's like, eh. But then I guess like if you want to see the games that are pro enhanced. But that being said, like Horizon specifically, that remaster is like they basically took everything from Forbidden West, right? And they basically took that graphic setting and like applied it to the first game. So I'm actually looking forward to that one because that's like going to be like one of the more drastic remasters. Everything else I think is just a few things here and there. But then I am a weirdo that plays in 4K. But then I don't think I stream in 60 frames, so it's like it wouldn't be visible on the frame rate. But a lot of the games that have like the higher frame rate now, I could play with like the fidelity as good as it was with like the smooth frame rate, like Rebirth. Because Rebirth, I played it 4K, so I had 30 frames when I played it. I didn't play like the Vaseline visuals. I don't know why you would do that. That would be torture. Like why would you do that to yourself? But well, I mean, you get the frame rate, but like if it looks so bad, like why would you like decrease the quality like that? It's like ugh. That's why I play in 4K. But that's the whole thing. It's like yeah, 60s. Okay, I will concede 60. Like having only recently started playing games in 60 frames. It's like okay, I can see why you would, but at the cost of visuals like that badly. All right, I think that is it for Chatter Taken. I'm almost at like 40 minutes here, and I'm just like rambling about games, which is that's Chatter Taken. That's like maybe that should just be the intro. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and ramble about video games. It'll be a bit guided, but like not really, not really on the script. I'm just looking at my like games for the year here because I did pick up everything, and I picked up some other stuff too, like Stellar Blade, but I haven't played it. Sandland, I haven't played it. So I would like to play through everything because I'm so close to playing everything I picked up this year, except I think Unicorn Overlord. Let's see. I'll just go down the list. So Tekken 8, played it. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, played it. Rebirth, played it. Unicorn Overlord, haven't played that one. Dragon's Dogma 2, played it. Aiden Chronicle, played it. Hellblade 2, played it. Destiny 2, Final Shape, played it. Dawntrail, I've not played it. Kitsugami Path of the Goddess. Okay, so that one I played, but I haven't finished. Everything else I said that I've played, I finished. Except for Unicorn Overlord, which I said I haven't played. Stalker 2. I traded in my Xbox Series X, so that is not something I can play right now, but I also didn't pick it up yet, so yeah. Astrobot played and finished it. Metaphor Fantasio finished it and played it and finished it, so it's pretty good completion rate this year. But then I did end up pick up. I kind of want to do a video on that actually, because I had done like the little transaction history videos. So I kind of want to like check out like what did I pick up this year and like what did I play and what did I finish and what I think about it. That might be like the precursor to the top five video because I am actually able to do top five favorite games this year because I've actually played through so many, finished so many, and we're not there yet. It'll be December tomorrow, but it's like I've played through most of my games, finished most of them except for a few. And like usually, well, not usually. That's not always the case. So, but then also it like usually takes me like for whatever reason way longer to like do my top five games of the year. But like I think I'm just gonna do them in January this year, February at the latest, because it's like, dude, I'm looking at my list. Oh yeah, dude, Monster Hunter comes out, so it's like, yeah, it's like if I have not played it by then, it's not happening because I'll be playing Monster Hunter, and it's like, yeah, dude, I already know like looking at this list like what's on it. So because I put out like a mock list on I tweeted it out like weeks ago. But yeah, videos I'm working on changes the channel. No IRL stuff because we live in hell. Everything sucks. But hey, you'll die eventually, and then you'll be dead. So I mean, I've never been dead before, as far as I know. Like maybe I got reincarnated. So yeah, it's like you, this is like one of the before it all before this even happened, and when I'm referencing the election, but like something I would think to myself is like well, good news, bad news. Good news is wait a minute. What was it? It was like good news, bad news. Um, crap. I can't think now. There's something I used to say to myself all the time as far as like, whatever, whatever. But then it's like, yeah, I can't remember it now. So they'll have to come back to me and I'll have to say it later. But it was something about, well, it's whatever I won't say because I completely forgot and I don't want to botch it. But yeah, that was a 40-minute me sitting here chatting, taking like I always do, blah blah blah. I didn't even talk about Black Friday stuff, so yeah, I guess good job me. I did pick up some stuff, but it's whatever. I should look for a new USB headset because I think this one's kind of I don't know. Uh, well, actually, yeah, this is the one I use on the whatchamacallit. But then someone commented, "Speak up," blah blah blah, and I was like, dude, I'm not sure if it's my settings or like what. So I don't know, man. I guess I'll try different headsets, see if the audio quality is better. I currently have like some tinnitus going in my ear though. I need to go to the doctor because that could also be it. Like I could just like not be hearing like myself when I talk could sound like lower. And so or rather I'm talking like what I think is like my normal volume, but I'm probably like maybe talking lower cuz like my ear is kind of like and like maybe that's causing it. So I don't know. But yeah, dude. Hopefully the audio is fine. If it's not, sorry. Doing my best, man. Uh yeah, that is it for this chat we're taking. So, um, the links will be in the links at the bottom. I need to update that too because it's like I don't even know if my Discord link is right. I don't even use my Discord anymore really because when I switched phones, because my other phone was dying on me, and what wasn't it? There was a lot of stuff going wrong with it, and I just replaced it because I was like, F it. And so I picked up a new phone, and then like the other one, it was like auto logged into like Discord all the time, and so I could always see like the chat in the group that all my friends are in. And then like now that I didn't do that, I like have no idea what's going on really, and I haven't bothered to like log back in because I had like auto notifications or whatever. So I'd constantly get notifications, and I was like, I don't know how to turn this off, but I can't be bothered to like fix it. And like that's not a thing anymore. So it's like, oh, I just don't know what's going down over there. So, but then it's like been like all bad news. So like, why would I want to check in on it, right? Or just like I feel like it would just be like nothing good. It's like yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's all right. So yeah, links in the bottom like always, and then feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share it with your friends or not. That's cool too. I just thought of something I wanted to talk about at the end. Damn it. Okay, so like I've got the top favorite game thing and like the death list thing, right? So I'm bouncing between those. I need to make a star chart honestly, because it's like I'm trying to like build like a in my brain like what I'm doing besides those. But then also I recently watched Berserk, and I was like, dude, some of my anime I've like either not watched or I also have like a backlog of that kind of, or there's some I would like to get and watch. But then it's like whenever I buy any new anime, it just I kind of just like leave it, or no, I don't leave it. It just sits unopened and I don't watch it. Like Dragon Ball Super, I bought like the whole thing. I haven't watched any of it, so it's just like ugh. But I was like maybe I could like bounce between that as well. Whenever I finish a game or roll credits on something, like watch that or like watch stuff in my anime backlog, and then that could be a whole thing too. But it's whatever. But like Berserk, dude, pretty effing good. I had not seen it. It was the '90s version, '97, like the first animated series that they made. Um, I was kind of annoyed because it's like it starts in like the first episode, and he flashes back, shonen style, right, to when he was a kid, and it tells the story of like how he joined the Order of the Hawk. Um, and then like it has like that whole thing with him, and it goes all the way, and then like you get back to like what he was doing or not what he was doing or like his motivation for like why he's looking for Griffith. But then it ends and it's like what? And I was like, dude, it's like super unresolved as far as like you know it's It's like because you pick up at the beginning. I guess unless you've like read the manga, you, like it's like because it's obviously like adapted from that. Like you would have like no idea like what is this guy doing in this town looking for some guy. He just like cuts down some like feudal lord that like ended up being some monster creature. That was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, and it just flashes back and he's like Griffith, and it's just like what? And it's just ugh. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. A bit, a lot of blood, a lot of violence, maybe a bit. No, definitely too much rape. Um, so I was not expecting that, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and like do a like Berserk review, but it's good stuff. I can see why it's popular. Um, but yeah, it's yeah I think there's like two other like whatever is right. So I want to check those out. But yeah, um, that was random. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, you know, I'm like adding other stuff to the like the list that I'm bouncing off of for the next 50 months of the prison sentence that has been imposed on me by my fellow countrymen. And I said no IRL stuff, so let's just end it before I get too into it. So yeah, that's all can of worms. Links in the bottom. I will redo the outro here because I did totally just like go on a whole like after credits bonus berserk whatever there. Um, I could do some anime reviews, couldn't I? Because I guess like in OBS, I've been like I had been like messing with it, and you can do screenshots. So I guess I could just do like a little screenshot here, screenshot there, get my thoughts. Yeah, something to think of. Anywho, that is that's it for now. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share with your friends or not. That's cool too. And until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching. And I'm now signing off. And my mouse is busted. I bought a new one for Black Friday, so yeah, this no won't won't happen again when I say signing off and I'm just clicking and it's not stopping.